Howdy, everybody. Johnny Super here. Going to be doing a quick review of the Beeman. This is the 1358, which is the 22 caliber Underlever pre-charge pneumatic. You could pick this up from anybody from Amazon, Air Guns of Arizona, I think carries it, or Air Gun Nation. I know Pyramid Air carries it. It is a pre-charged pneumatic. It runs on 3,000 psi worth of air. It is an underlever. Couple of neat features on this thing. It's got your standard Picatinny rail on top. It also has Picatinny rails on the sides. Now, because this is an underlever, I have chosen to go with the non-traditional side-mounted I guess legs on this thing. It's not really a bipod because they're independent of each other, but it works because this is an underlever. So it's under here. That's how you cock it. So this setup here actually works very well to allow you to put this on a bench and continue to shoot without having to, pick it up and reset. What it doesn't have is any allowance for a Picatinny rail down here because this is where the cocking is. It is a bullpup, which means that there's a linkage that goes from here, the trigger, all the way back to the action. Price point on this is very reasonable. And by reasonable, I mean $250. So, for $250, you are getting a lot of an air gun. Surprisingly, a lot for an air gun. So some of the things, it's got a wood stock on it. The butt pad is not adjustable. The cheek piece is not adjustable. It has a full-length barrel that does have a plastic shroud over the outside of it. One of the things that I love is it's got a Foster quick disconnect on the front there to fill it up. So you don't need any special probes, which I hate. Probes are just one more thing to go wrong. A couple of things that it comes with are two 10-shot magazines. This one's in 22 caliber. So 22 caliber, you get 10 shots in the magazine. And it comes with two single-shot trays. Why they include two, I don't know. You just need one tray. I guess they're planning on you losing one. I don't know. But I thought that was kind of classy that it came with two magazines. A lot of guns just ship with one. And a single shot tray. The extra one is, again, extra. I don't understand why. But anyway, to get a decent set of eye relief going with the non-adjustable cheek piece here, I had to put a 1/2 inch riser on top of the Picatinny. So you got your Picatinny. And I got a riser on here. Now, this particular riser is from UTG, and it allows for 20 MOA worth of droop built into it. Why? Because I ran out of elevation on this thing. At 25 yards, I could not get enough elevation on this to actually have my point of aim and my point of impact become one. So I recognized the fact that I needed a riser because I was constantly craning my head upward on the cheek piece to see that. So I knew I needed to, I was crushing my face down onto the cheek piece because I couldn't get a good enough weld. I was really squishing myself down. So this raised it up some so that I have a nice natural hold on it. And so it comes up really naturally. This thing runs on 3,000 psi worth of air. I get 20 full power shots. And by full power, I mean 14.3 grain pellets doing 930 feet a second out of this thing. It does have an externally adjustable hammer back here that you just use an Allen wrench and tighten that or loosen it. One thing that I did notice, and I don't know if you can see it, but I had to put in some plumber's tape around that because it was so loose that as I was shooting, my velocities were changing. So I actually put those two little paint dots on there so that I could make sure that it didn't move. And I backed out the adjustment screw. I wrapped some Teflon tape around it a good amount of Teflon tape around it. And then when I put it back in, it felt good and snug. It's not moving, but if you're starting to get any kind of inconsistent velocities on yours, then most likely your hammer adjustment is migrating either in or out. It's most likely going to be out, and you're going to be losing velocity the more that you shoot. So a little Teflon tape that clean that right up. It's not a light gun. It's got some big clunky wood on here, but for the amount of money that you spent on this thing, it's a perfect guest gun. Okay, if you have somebody that you don't want to set them up with one of your higher end or your competition rifle, and you just want to give somebody something that they're going to have some fun with, and they can just reach out anywhere up to about 50 yards and just start plinking away at stuff, this is just absolutely perfect for it. It's easy to cock, it's easy to use, the magazines are easy to load, they don't require any kind of tribal knowledge or spinning plates or anything like that. You just pop a pellet in the hole, rotate the magazine to the next hole, put the pellet in the hole, and just keep doing that 10 times. There's a little number gauge on the side of it to tell you how many you have shot. 3,000 PSI, it's got a gauge on this side here. And once I shoot 20, 22, 23 rounds, then I'm starting to fall off the curve, and I'm not getting the velocities that I was getting, because it has an itty, I mean, let's face it, it's got a pretty small, air tube on this thing. Certainly, not tremendous. Overall, I love this gun. Okay, you could put it in any guest's hands, and you don't have to stress out over them doing anything stupid with it. It's easy to cock. It's got a trigger-mounted safety. 2 sets of Picatinny rails on each side, as well as one on the top. It's not too loud. Nice and powerful. Accuracy, it's a $250 gun. So if you're expecting pellet on pellet at 25 yards, you're probably not going to get that. Okay, this one at 25 yards, I could dump an entire magazine into about a nickel, and at 50 yards, it'd hold a whole magazine into a golf ball. But it's not I wouldn't shoot this thing in a competition, okay? But if you're going to go outside, put some cans up on a fence post, or you want to go and blast a squirrel that's raiding your bird feeder or something like that, this one is more than adequate for it. It doesn't break the bank. You could buy it anywhere. You could buy it from Amazon. You could buy it from Pyramid Air. A couple other distributors handle it. It's $250. I forgot to mention, it comes with a 4x32 scope as well, okay, and rings, okay. 4x32 scope is garbage, okay. It's not anything that's, it would get you started, okay. If you wanted to give this to somebody as a gift with a tin of pellets, okay, that you already knew how to air, great, okay. But but what it comes with, the 2 magazines, the 2 single shot trays, the 4x32 scope, the rings, it comes with a lot, okay? And for $250, you're definitely getting your money's worth. So would I recommend this? Absolutely. For anybody in any situation that's casual, this thing is going to be perfect. Is it a competitive gun, field target or air silhouette or something like that? No, it's not anything along those lines. But for casual plinking, you can't go wrong. For $250, you can't go wrong. And if you need a good guest gun, okay, this is it. This is the one. Go out and buy that. They come in 1357 is the 177 version, and this is the 1358, which is the 22 caliber. I hope that helps anybody who was thinking about getting this and they were kind of on the fence, because it's it's a $250 gun. It's worth it. Okay, it really is. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.